Hi everyone, welcome to another edition of Read to Save. Do you like my background? I do like it. We're going to be continuing today on Mr. Taiwo Akinlami's story as written in the book Show Up, Stand Out, Show Off. And we had a good time starting the story from childhood last week. We're going on in the childhood and see how far we can go today. Alright, let's get into it. So, 4 kinds of abuse. There are 4 ways by which a child can be abused, namely physical, emotional, sexual, and neglect. I suffered them all. Physical abuse was the order of the day growing up. When I was accused of one or more of the unwritten and unknown rules in our home, my father would tie my hands and legs with ropes. He would pick one of his favorite newspapers to read. He would keep me like that for almost a day, tied. Wow. While he would give me at least 6 strokes of the cane every hour as he read the newspaper. As a child, I was chastised for everything I did wrong. I was never commended for anything I did right. I grew up believing I was good for nothing. I did right. I was good for nothing. Making mistakes for me was dreadful, as I was not made to see that mistakes are inevitable in the course of human existence. I saw mistakes as an unpardonable embarrassment for which you must be punished and refuse to forgive yourself. I knew innocence for only 6 years in my life. I lost my virginity to an older female neighbor whom my mother kept me with when I returned from school, while she, my mother, was in the market. Before I knew it, my sexuality was ruined. As a child, I had sexual relationships with other children. Wow. Me, Satan, let's look at that. At age 10, Dada, a friend and classmate, who we spent our lunch break together playing, slipped during one of our favorite games, which was tree climbing. He slipped on this eventful day and fell with his stomach on a broken branch. Wow. Dada was immediately rushed to the hospital. 2 or 3 days after, the news filtered in while we were in class that Dada had died. The first and only response from my primary 3 class teacher was to accuse me of killing Dada and nicknamed me Ishu. Here was I, troubled and needed all the encouragement I could get as I mourned the loss of my friend. I was overwhelmed with fear. I was growing up in a superstitious society where it was believed that the departed would often come back to take with him a close friend. Apart from that fact, I was close to Dada. I was also the last person he saw as he slipped out of consciousness. Unfortunately, I did not have a close relationship with my parents, which guaranteed sharing my deepest joy and pain with them. Mr. Klein was traumatized. Imagine this experience. Your friend had died. He died while we guys were playing. I'm sure I felt bad. Like, oh, I caused this, felt guilty. Just imagine this. He was playing with his friend, and then his friend died. Even the guilt was really traumatized, but struggling with the English language. As I noted before, my educational foundation was laid in local primary and secondary schools in Ado-Ekiti, where most of my teachers, including my English language teachers, struggled with what I call the fear of the English language. This explains why the subject is the most failed, not only in that area of the country, but also in urban areas. My parents spoke our dialect, Ondo, to me throughout childhood, which I believe is highly commendable. I am eternally indebted to them for bringing me up in my mother's tongue. Me too. I can speak my language. And I firmly believe that language is a tool of cultural rebirth. Can you speak your language? In my part 4 in secondary school, at age 17, I had the most embarrassing opportunity to speak with my classmates in a gathering. My spoken English was not only poor, but was epileptic. I would say one word and wait for a few seconds before I could say the next. My contribution at gathering added so much comical value to it that the president of the group advised me to express myself in Yoruba dialect in subsequent meetings. As the president made that statement, I saw how bad my challenge with the language was. But instead of being discouraged or daunted, I chose to be strong, and that became a motivation for deliberate action. One thing was clear to me: a way is created by a will. That day, the foundation of a meaningful future was laid. I simply took my destiny into my hands and chose to teach myself the dreaded English language. That was a year to my final examination in my secondary school. It was a trying period of hard self-discipline. I gathered all the elementary English books I could lay my hands on and went to work. I got the support of my English teacher, Mr. Tugbobo. Today, the rest is history. 1 year after, I decided to shame my shame. My shame was shamed. I sat for my final year examination and I made a distinction. Woo! I'm happy. Like I was there. I made a distinction in English language. One of the best results in the entire school. Whoa. Whoa. My first article was published in the newspaper on June 10, 1988. And since then, I have not stopped writing. That is the end of season 1. I invite you to join me in season 2. Yay! So I'm going to be ending today. But I liked how the story ended. Last week was quite gloomy because of the things that Mr. Akinlami suffered. But I like this good development. After everything, Mr. Akinlami found a way to lay a wonderful future for himself. He said, okay, I'm very bad at English. What am I going to do? Gathered all the books I could lay his hands on. He gathered all the books he could lay his hands on. I said, okay, I'm going to go to work. I'm going to learn this language. So if you two have anything that you are not quite good at, you're struggling with, so the idea is for you to go back, see where you are now. From that stage, what can I do to get better? And then you need to work at it. But don't let me share the lessons in the story. We're still going to get to that later. So we'll continue next week on season 2 of Mr. Akinlami's story. See you guys. And if you haven't yet joined the club, yes, you need to join the club, Save Your Club. Just send a message, send us DM here, send a comment. I'd like to join the club. Visit our Instagram pages. Save You on Instagram, Save You TV on YouTube. We'll have a Facebook group for those who are up to the age of 13. The Taiwo Akinlami Academy on Facebook, and join us. Subscribe here. Don't forget to like, comment. You can comment because it's meant for children, but you could like and share, and let's hear your feedback. Thank you guys for watching today. Bye.